I'm Beth. I'm an Allianz management trainee on the graduate scheme.
I'm Jessica. I'm working in the Maidstone office. I'm underwriting in the property and casualty department.
I'm Josh Linden, currently working on the Allianz management trainee scheme in Guildford.
Try that again?
Yeah.
My name's Lucy and I'm on the AMT graduate scheme.
What's AMT?
Allianz management trainee.
I first came to Allianz as an intern. I didn't first look at the internships. It's something I kind of stumbled across, but I'm so happy that I did because it really gave me that first sort of insight into Allianz.
So I applied for a few sort of random internships in my second year, ended up getting this one, really enjoyed it. And then because I was actually only in my second year and I still had my third year and a master's and I wanted to go travelling, I was like, they offered me rather than the grad scheme a chance to do another internship, which was really exciting.
And I'd never worked for a big company before, so I'd never had that office experience. And I think it was a perfect sort of crossover between uni and going on to a full-time scheme into a full-time job.
Before I joined Allianz, I knew very little about them. I guess the only thing I really knew about insurance at the time was seeing it in the news, so the large floods and hearing about the amount of money it would cost insurers, but apart from that I knew very little.
I didn't know a lot about insurance at all. I have an economics background in terms of my degree, so I had a bit of knowledge on what insurance is, but not entirely sure how a company works, especially the different divisions.
Sometimes it almost puts you in a better place, I think, coming into a company like this with fresh eyes without having a huge amount of insurance understanding to really better challenge us on the way we do things or on the industry, on how we do things.
On my internship, I kind of thought that I'd be swallowed up by being in such a big company coming in as an intern, but that's not how it was at all. I felt like everyone I met wanted to know what I was doing, really interested in my work. I felt like I was really making a contribution to the company.
So they really throw you in, which is great. You do get a lot of responsibility, but you're also really helped with everything. If you're stuck, if you have questions, everyone's really willing to help you at all times.
Even though it's such a short stint of 9 weeks, as soon as I started, my manager was like, here's some projects that I've sort of thought that you could get involved with. And very much I had my own responsibility and there was no micromanagement involved. He sort of said, look, here you go.
I would say from the start that I was surprised. I was expecting to be making cups of tea and cups of coffee, but from the start I was given real work that made a difference to the premium we received, the money we make as a company, and that was really encouraging that from the start I had responsibilities and I knew that those responsibilities would get greater the more experience and the more time I spent at the company.
I found that they did trust you straight away. As long as you demonstrated that you were capable of adding value and you were willing to understand everything that they were teaching you, they definitely gave you that opportunity to actually make a change.
By the time I came to the end of the 9 weeks, we had sort of a kind of presentation that we had to give, and that's what they judged us on for the grad scheme. So it was really easy sort of navigation from the internship to the graduate scheme, and takes a lot of stress off of when you have to go back to your final year of uni and it's really busy. You have that sort of knowledge that there is potentially a pathway forward from the internship.
I wanted to see myself working somewhere I would enjoy the variety of work that they would give me and where there's an encouraging work environment around me. And Allianz has very much lived up to that.
The opportunities at Allianz are endless. No one will ever tell you no. I've asked to do so many things and everyone's like, oh yeah, I'll point you in the right direction of this person, yeah, we'll get you on track to do this.
There's all sorts of different divisions and jobs that are fundamental to what we do but aren't necessarily connected to insurance.
That is something people often assume that, oh, insurance is probably just all numbers and finance, but there's so much more to it.
For example, on my internship, I was doing the underwriting internship, but it didn't mean that I was just stuck in underwriting. Yes, I did learn how to underwrite, but I also got to go and sit in claims, I sat in finance, I got to go out on surveys and broker visits.
So you might not want to go into insurance as such, but it doesn't mean that you can't work for an insurance company, and especially such a big one as us. We've got so many opportunities here.
Creative collaboration.
Trying new things.
To be challenged.
Opportunities.
To work for a company that will invest in their development.
Allianz, home for those who love to make a difference.